Well, welcome. Beautiful morning, actually, here in the mountains of Andalusia. Welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. If I start to sniffle a little bit, it's because I'm on a detox at the moment. The detox is two teas that I'm actually working on as well. So the detox basically is bringing up all of the nasty stuff that was in my body because of the air pollution, because of some of the waters that we drink that aren't as clean as they should be, some of the foods that we think is healthy and we find that they're not because they were called organic or healthy, but they weren't. So inside our body there's a pollution always, really, but the body is an amazing thing, and if you can help it a little bit by way of natural herbs, roots, you find that you can purge, you can vent, you can clear, you can detox. And that's what's happening to me right now. So I'm on my second day of detox. A few of you have asked the question. This video is about crystals, by the way. This is going to be a great video, but for those, I'm sorry, I'm not the person that just gets on with it. This is who I am. So you either like me or you lump me. I'm off. My God, how long is this going to take? Yeah, see you later. Enjoy your fast life. So the teas are basically, the first tea is the Parasite cleanse, the detox, and that's split in 4 equal amounts: horsetail, root of burdock, dandelion, and sage. So they're equal. That's how I make them, in equal amounts. When I say equal amounts, equal weight amounts. So that's the first one. The second one is the Parasite cleanse, which is 2, which is sage again in equal amounts to mugwort. Now, how I work with it and how I make it is a little bit different than just putting it into a cup and drinking it. I actually work on them on an energetic level, and maybe one day I can teach you or share with you my experience on how to put the right energy into the tea to just, I don't know, I guess to make it a little bit more effective. But hey ho, the Mother Earth does her job. Who says that my work is any different from her work or any better? So that would remain to be seen, but it certainly made a difference to me and my clients thus far. So today we're going to do a video on, if you're hearing noise, it's because it's next door, but we can move past that noise and focus on something great today. Something that I learned organically, and that is how to attune to crystals, but not just one crystal, multiple crystals at the same time. And this gave me my kind of like, you go to the gym, you exercise your muscles, right? Well, imagine you're exercising a muscle to do multiple things at any given moment, and to break them down to be able to, I guess the best way to say it is, if you've got an influx of different energies coming in, how do you focus on one energy when there's 3 other energies coming at you? Well, it's kind of like, I'm going to take you through the process, but the way I would like you to try and see this is that each energetic frequency in a crystal is unique to another, and to isolate that energetic frequency in a client of where you need to put that crystal. Primarily what you'd see me doing if I was ever doing a talk, I'd hold a crystal and feel it, and hold another crystal and feel it, and as I'm feeling this crystal, I'm feeling the energetic frequency of where that healing process is going to take place. Now, as soon as I feel that, then I'll put it on the client where it needs to be. So basically what I'm trying to say to you today is, what we're going to try and do is attune to a crystal of its benefit for you. Okay, so we're going to work on 4 crystals. It's what I used to do. It's my kind of trick. It's my kind of exercise. It's my secret to becoming a really intuitive and somebody who picks up frequency of a crystal very fast. And thus you get to be able to lay your hand on your client and feel the pain and suffering in any part of their body and what's going on. So it's really good. If you're not working with clients daily, then work with crystals. It's the same frequency, because the energy of a pulse, of energy of a wave that touches your body and you feel it in your body, is the same frequency as if you're laying your hands on a client, because we're all crystal at the end of the day. So I'm just gonna, at this point I'll just close my eyes and just grab out of here four crystals. Okay, so I've got 4 crystals. This way of exercise requires you to open and close your eyes, and there's a reason for it, as I'll explain as we go on. I was going to make this video a long time ago, and then all of a sudden, like I do, I forget because I'm busy doing something else. But maybe you guys may have bought 4 crystals. These 4 crystals are spheres. Now, the reason why I use spheres and small ones is because they're easy to move in your hand, okay? You can move them around. So basically, as I'm talking to you, I can move them, because what we're going to try and do is work on the thumb and the fingertip. So we're just doing the tips, and we're just going to work on this energetic frequency. When we're finished, we change them around and we work again. Now what we're going to do is sometimes we're going to close our eyes and we're going to just shuffle them around, and we don't know which crystal is which, but we're going to just then hold the crystal and feel. Now what we're going to do is focus on either one or the other, or we're going to let the crystal tell us what we want to know, and we're going to try and feel which crystal is the one which is working. So eventually you are going to be able to have a conversation. I know it sounds crazy, most of you have gone now, but what you're going to do is try and have a conversation with the crystal and try and speak to your crystals, and the crystals are going to try and speak back, meaning that you are working your energetic frequency, your power, your gift in communicating to the crystal. So you are going to get your energetic frequency around the crystal. You're going to feel it, and the crystal is going to talk back to you in a way of sharing information. So we are sharing our information to the crystal by saying, tell me what you do, where you're going, how to heal, how to fix, what is your gift, and the crystal is going to give you that information back. Now you can get confused, and this is why the practice is what it is. Practice makes perfect. You've got to be consistent. You've got to keep practicing this. So I used to practice this in the morning, afternoon, evening. Sometimes I used to practice it on meditation. Sometimes I just used to sit with the crystals and let them speak to me without me doing anything. So this today is a practice of how we communicate with crystals and become an even stronger crystal healer by understanding energetic frequencies and isolating a certain frequency when other crystals are speaking to us. So we are actually going to be in the driving seat of the crystals, and we are going to say, okay, hang on guys, I'm going to speak to you, I'm going to speak to you, and give me a little bit of time, and now I'm going to speak to you, and eventually you are going to be the master of the crystal. You're going to direct your energetic frequency to a crystal. At the beginning, you're all thumbs and fingers, just like you're in a car trying to drive it. You don't know what to do. Eventually, it will be natural and it will just flow into your energetic field, and you will be a master of crystals. Okay, so the first thing I recommend is always getting comfortable and always having the room in a good energetic frequency. Also, if you're doing it outside, make sure you're comfortable. Less distractions, the better. But eventually, you will go on to the point where you will be in and amongst many people, and there'll be many distractions. And from that point, you will be working on them. So you'll cut out all the noise and the distraction. That becomes mastering the art of, confusion, chaos, and you just go into your own place. So to start with, you might hear some noises downstairs, but don't let those interfere, because what you're trying to do is clear the toxins of the spiritual abuse, the sadness, the issues, as well as the mind chatter, always trying to interfere, trying to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. There is a fine line between asking your mind to do this work and telling your mind to shut up and just feeling with your senses. Okay, so the mind is a tool. It's great. You cross the road, look left and right. That's what the mind does. If you want to look at a contract, that's what the mind does. But this, working with these, is not the mind. This is feelings. This comes from the spirit, comes from the heart, comes from the senses, not from the mind, which is the tool. So you have to shut the mind off and feel with your body. And the crystals will speak to you in way of feeling. So you'll feel things, and that is where you put the pieces together. And sometimes the mind can kick in to try and put them pieces together. Okay, so this crystal, you look at it, okay, now I've got this crystal, this I'm feeling, this crystal is helping with this. So sometimes the mind can kick in for the right reasons, but only the right reasons. Don't go any further than that, okay? So the mind picks up the piece, puts it into the place, but then you as a spirit feel what's going on in that picture from the jigsaw that you're seeing. So you're putting the pieces together. So music for me is really important. So we've got free music on here on YouTube. You just type in Mark Bajerski healing music and this comes up. No breaks, no adverts. Perfect. It's good to drink. I've drunk water this morning and I've done my detox tea. So my body's feeling good. And I didn't put any oils on, but I think it's really nice to put some oils on if you can. Moldavite oil is fantastic. Awakening oil, fantastic. Where would I put it on? Probably on my heart. I put it on my temples. I put it on my third eye and put it on the top of my head there, because we're trying to, awaken the pineal gland, or the alpha mode, the muscle in the back of the head. We're trying to awaken our senses. So I haven't done this for a long time, okay, but let's see what happens, okay? Let's do it together. So you've got your 4 crystals. Does it matter, Mark? I hear some people saying, does it matter if they're round? No, it doesn't. They can be oblong, square, doesn't matter. As long as you can get them in your hand and in your fingers, it's fine, okay? Round is easier because you could just do this. You can just keep doing this, okay? You see what I'm doing? Just keep spinning them around to be able to just grab whichever one all the time. Okay, so I hope you understand that. So I'm going to sit comfortable now, because if I'm uncomfortable, I'm not going to be able to attune to what I need to. Everything feels okay around me? Yeah. Okay, so I'm now going to close my eyes and spin the balls in my hand a few times, so I have no idea what the crystals are. And then I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to grab 2 of the crystals, put these 2 in the palm of the hand, out of the way, but I'm going to focus all energy of my psychic awareness, my feelings, and I'm going to bring all that awareness into both fingers, okay? So I'm holding them like this because I want to show you, but I would normally put them down on my knees so I'm comfortable, but showing you, okay? So now I'm going to talk you through what's going to happen now. My breathing is fine, so I don't have an issue with breathing. My mind is fine, it's empty, so I don't have an issue with my mind. So I'm in a good place right now. I'm finding at this moment one of the crystals is now starting to work on my chest area. So now I can feel my chest being broken inside and being basically feels like it's being pulled apart. So I'm going to figure out which is that crystal that's working. Now I'm feeling it's this crystal here. So this crystal is working on my heart and on my chest, on my lungs. Okay, so I'm going to open my eyes quickly and look at it. Okay, makes sense. Okay. Mix the crystals again. Hold them. Now, wow. Excuse me. Wow, that's coming right up to my head and like bursting my head, and it feels like here, this crystal. So it feels like my head is exploding. So that's interesting with this crystal. heightened awareness, heightened awareness. I'm starting, my body is like expanding. Heightened awareness, it's this. Heightened awareness. Nice. Nice. Mix in, mix in. Eyes. Eyes. My eyes at the back are starting to become more clear. But it's this crystal that's clearing my eyes. I can feel this crystal working on my eyes. Okay, good. I feel like I'm going into a really deep meditation piece. It's this crystal. This is taking me into a deeper place. Okay, nice. Now, get all four. Shake them around, keep your eyes closed, grab two. Okay. So you don't know what you're looking at. Grab two, thumb, finger, again, same again, and just relax. The crystal always speaks to you. Don't look for anything. It will show you, it will tell you. It might be just a very, very slight feeling, but it will tell you. I'm trying to look for other things than the same things, by the way. Okay, my jaw up to the eye, there's a lot of tension clearing, and it's this crystal, and it's also continuing to work up my head to the top of my head. Nice. So I'm always bearing in mind what crystal it is. Okay, so stop now, open your eyes. Now, this is an exercise that you can use on a daily basis. Now, from that point on, when you've done that and you've felt that, if you remember which crystal is healing for the certain part that we talk about, let's focus on that. So this crystal, I believe, was the stomach area. So the chest, area, the chest when we first started. So what I'm going to do is take that crystal, and I'll only keep that crystal in my hand, and now I will focus on the chest by laying this crystal on my chest by doing this and holding it there. This hand will always call for the energy in the universe. So through this hand, I am calling for the correct energy to come through. I'm not specifically asking for anything, but you can ask for energy of healing the chest, okay? But normally the universe gives you exactly what you need. So hold the crystal where you feel you need to. If you need to move it at any point, which I do now, I feel I need to be going higher. Okay, now I'm getting it, and wow, can I feel my chest now starting to feel like somebody's just punched me in the chest. So I feel like I've got no breath. So the healing is taking place there. Whatever's happening, it's clearing this issue or block which is now coming out. Most people will make the mistake and believe that this crystal is causing this issue. It isn't. It's actually telling you what's going on, what your issue is in your chest. And I feel that this issue isn't physical. It's more about emotional. I'm carrying a lot of burden in my chest. Pain, suffering, worry, fear of other people, not of myself. Brilliant. Why is that? I'm worried about my daughter. I'm worried about people that I love close to me. I want to protect them. Okay, so now I know what this pain is. Now we're going to heal this pain. So we're going to simply say, all is as it should be. Release, let go, trust. Then deep breaths. Repeat these words and mean them inside. Say it in the mind, but say it more in the heart. As you see those people that you love, see them smile, see them happy, see them strong. Continue. My secret is to see them skip and laugh. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it works. Wow. Okay. I'm going a little bit of a fast pace because I don't want you to get bored, but I could have stayed there for at least another 15 minutes, continuing to see my family and my friends happy. And this is basically working with crystals. Absent healing, the energy goes to them and makes them stronger for no reason, and they're happy and they're having a good day. That's how it works. So that's the power of that crystal. Okay, we're going to work on the eye now. So I've got the crystal for the eye. I'm going to place it there on the eye. I'm going to hold my hand like this and see and feel what's going on. So the reason why my eyes were straining is because I've been seeing things that have been painful that I've seen other people go through. I now see that pain and I see those same people and what's happening in the world. I take the crystal and move it to the other eye just to make sure. If I want to change, this is how I'm feeling, I need to work, change hands for there and keep this hand out, receiving. I feel the same in this eye, so it's the same energetic frequency of blocks, of issues, of pain and suffering. I've seen things that we don't want to see, and now I change that frequency to everything is going to be fine. Everybody will heal, everybody will grow, everybody will experience, and everybody in the end will achieve their goal, their path. See them smile, see them well, see them skipping, see them dancing. Change eyes. Remember, it's always good to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth when you're doing this work. Okay, good. That's good. My eyes feel a lot stronger, a lot more sensitive, that's for sure. Good. One hand on the jaw with the crystal. Hold the other hand like this, so you're receiving, and feel the energy of the jaw. And feel the energy of the crystal working on the jaw. I feel the energy running up to my head. So this feeling feels like it's a kind of block or a trauma of speaking and wishing I hadn't said what I said. So we release that. And what I said to the person that I said it to, I simply say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And give them a hug. Hold them and hug them. and always tell them that you care and love for them. And it was nothing personal. And you are sorry for the knee-jerk reaction. So now I move up. This is kind of like a feeling that I get up here of an awakening. It feels like I need to see more. It feels like I'm being closed because of many situations, but this is opening now. The third eye, the pineal gland, the alpha muscle. So now we work on that. I feel like I need to breathe in and out a lot and send the energy through the crystal into the head, and see myself becoming stronger through light, through energy, through happiness, through health, through well-being, through boxing clever, through being smarter, taking my time, not reacting, seeing clearly, looking deeper. Oof. I can feel tingling all in my head. It's good. Okay, brilliant. So these are little things that I used to do through the days of working as a healer and a reader of people's futures. And what I did was, that was a constant work with not just 4 crystals the same, but I would work with many crystals, and I'd hold them in that way. I'd be listening and feeling for each frequency of the crystal and let the crystal guide me instead of being confused about which one to use. The crystal speaks to you, and one crystal at a time. If you put that energy, that focus on I am only focused on one crystal, which one is speaking to me now. By doing that, you can isolate that energy, you can feel the power of that crystal, where it wants to heal, thus you heal yourself or your clients. So this is a great method of learning how to use the crystals in a great way. Eventually, you won't really use that method, because you'll just pick a crystal up, like I'll just pick this crystal up, I'll hold it in my hands. I don't need to be awake in the sense of my eyes opened, and I can close my eyes or open them and just feel the crystal. This crystal is working on my back. This crystal is working on the back, on the right, on my right hand side back. It's about where my kidneys are. So I now know that this crystal is great for the kidneys. Then I take this crystal and stick it on my client if they're lying down, by that place where the kidneys are, if I feel. Now, doesn't necessarily mean that you're working solely on the kidneys, because what may happen is that this crystal then, when placed on the kidneys and your hand is on top of the crystal working on your client receiving energy, what happens is that energetic frequency there will clear away something that then will help the rest of the body work and function properly. So sometimes it's not the kidneys that you're healing another part of the body, which if it wasn't for the issue in the kidneys, the other part of the body would be working better. So X never marks the spot. It's vital you don't ask your client what's wrong, because sometimes when they come in and they're walking with a limp, you think, oh my God, you didn't want to see that, because your mind then says, oh, that's what's wrong with her, when actually it might be something to do with the mind that is causing the issue to the limp. So what I'm saying is that don't cold read. Don't look for anything. Let the crystal speak to you. Once the crystal has spoken to you and tell you what it's good for, then you put the crystal on the client or yourself and work on that point. And sometimes you can feel other things happening in the rest of the body that, wow, I feel differently. I feel more awake. That is because you're going to the root issue, the root cause, the problem of what is happening in the body that is causing the issue to the rest of the body. If you imagine your body like a tree with no leaves, if you imagine you take that tree from the ground and all the roots are all hanging down, your body is equal to that in a way of energetic frequency. and it is also very similar to the nervous system. But if you see that the root of, let's say, your little toe is attached all the way up to your wisdom tooth. If you heal the toe, you heal the wisdom tooth. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes X never marks the spot, and that working in one place can heal somewhere else. It's kind of like a bit complicated, but it is what it is. That's how it works. So there you go. Really, that's your homework for the next 6 months, and keep doing it and enjoy it and watch yourself heal. I hope you enjoyed this today. Love you all. Have a great day. Please don't forget to subscribe to Mark Bajerski Crystals channel, just in case they take this channel down. And I'll be over there, and I'll make a video now on, I think somebody asked me about, 3 or 4 people already have asked me last night about blue iolite. So I'm going to make a video on that. I think I've done it before, but let me go over there and make one. So I'll see you over there. Take care.